What up? This is Xpriest, and we are back. It's me and Soul, and we're doing XO19 Part 2. What up, Soul?
Yo, what's poppin'? We're here, and we're doing it. So,
yeah. So, what did you think about XO19? I think it was pretty tight.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I thought there was a lot of stuff that Xbox, they gave us a lot of information, basically. Yeah. And I think you put it best earlier when we were talking about it. They kind of just wrapped up, you know, the Xbox One and the Xbox One X family kind of thing to get ready, make way for Scarlet. So,
oh yeah, they were showing their wares, and they were showing that they do it best, whether it's Game Pass, whether it's xCloud. They've added 50 games to xCloud. They've added numerous games to the pass, the Game Pass. The Ultimate Game Pass is what it is, basically.
Ultimate Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, there you go. And they're giving it to you for $1 for 3 months, which is hella cool. You guys need to get that for show, because man, they added a bunch of titles to that. But let's go over what they actually shown as far as new titles.
Yes.
There was a new one by Obsidian. It's called Grounded. It's a first-person cooperative survival game in which players are shrunk to the size of insects and have to survive.
Hopefully, it's better than Outer Worlds.
Wow, shots fired. That's for the regular show. But we'll definitely get into your problems with the Outer Worlds. But yeah,
we do got to discuss that. Dang.
Oh no, for sure. But this particular title from Obsidian, this is more like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type, game. So something different. I mean, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's got like that Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then there's that other movie like Ants or whatever, like that kind of vibe with like the weapons or whatever you're using. Like, I don't know, it looks like that kind of stuff. So looks pretty cool.
Yeah. And then also from the Cracks of Depths of Hell, Studio Rare came with was it Everwild?
No, Rare. It's but Bleeding Edge.
Oh, Bleeding Edge.
Yeah, from Rare. Yeah, Bleeding Edge. Oh no, you know what? Bleeding Edge is a different game. I'm sorry, that's another game that was shown. Everwild is the Rare game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My bad.
No problem. But yeah, Everwild, and it looks interesting. I mean, it's I'm not sure what type of title it's going to be, but it's an, different style of game.
Nature.
What's that?
I don't know. A nature title. I don't know.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, it's so funny because these all have that weird, vibe to them. Like Life is Strange type, look to the game.
Well, yeah, and it's it's cell shaded and stuff. So I mean, you can kind of definitely see where you get those vibes from on that.
Yeah, but
and then they showed. So the game I was talking about is the Bleeding Edge game. They showed that game as well. It kind of looks like they didn't really show like gameplay in the trailer. It just kind of looks like Overwatch, but like some weird kind of like edgy Overwatch. Like the characters look a little more edgy.
Yeah.
So that game looks interesting. I'd be curious to see kind of what they do differently than Overwatch, or how that all works. But that one looked pretty cool.
Yeah. But more so than even of the games they showed, it's about the games they announced for the Game Pass Ultimate. Which is just ridiculous. I mean, man,
I'm very, very excited for that.
Yeah, all of the Final Fantasies except for 16, which they're working on. I hear behind closed doors. So that's pretty tight.
Well, it's not all the Final Fantasies. It's Final Fantasy starting from Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah,
4.
No, that's true.
Nothing before 7, which is interesting because I think this is going to be the first time Microsoft players will get to play. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they played it on Sony or whatever, but it'll be the first time it's on an Xbox Final Fantasy VII. Before obviously the remastered one comes out. But they got Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII remastered, 9, 10 in HD, 10.2 in HD.
All those are HD remastered.
Yeah, 11. Oh, no, excuse me, 12, 13, 13 with the lightning return. So I guess it would be like 13.2 or whatever, 13 and a half. And then also the 15, which is pretty cool. That's a big game to put on there. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest titles of them all, which is totally free, is The Witcher. Witcher 3 is coming to Game Pass. I think that's pretty tight.
For freezies.
Yeah.
Freezies. Exactly. I mean, they got a lot of games coming. I mean, we've got Tekken 7 coming. I mean, even right now, today, you can go on Game Pass right now and play Rage 2, which was supposedly a really good game. I mean, I know you kind of had some gripes with it, when you played it. I fired it up for a
bunch of bugs. I'm hoping those have been ironed out and patched.
Yeah, I fired it up a few days ago, and I played through the first part, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, Fallen Order came out, so then that kind of took over my time.
Yeah. Did you like Rage though what you were playing with it, or what?
It's interesting. You know what it made me think of? Like a Borderlands wannabe. Like if I didn't just play Borderlands 3, I think I'd enjoy it. But I just played Borderlands 3, and it just felt like I was playing like a different, like not a cartoon version of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With superpowers, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. So also games like Darksiders 3, that's coming.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. If you're into that whole Life is Strange, the part 2, episode 4 and 5.
All them joints coming.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And then what do you think about the Yakuza? That's fine.
I know. Coming. Yeah, I was gonna say I was actually gonna probably give it a try when it comes out, just because.
Oh, no, I am. For sure.
I mean, I think there's like 10, 15 Yakuza games. So, I mean, there's a lot of them. They must be doing something right, So I'd be interested to try it.
Oh, exactly. No, definitely. And then, everybody's been waiting on it. Halo Reach, December 3rd.
I've been waiting on
collection.
Me personally,
you.
Been waiting on it. Yeah. No, that's coming, but that's coming sooner than those other games we're talking about. That's coming December 3rd.
Yeah, December 3rd.
Which is going to be dope. I can't wait to play it. And I believe right now, if you have Game Pass and everything, or if you have the Master Chief Collection, you could buy it right now and preload it. But if you have Game Pass, I'm pretty sure you can preload it right now.
Yeah, you can.
So if you guys have been waiting like me, you better go ahead and get that thing preloaded. Preload that thing right on up.
Dang, that's crazy. So also, the Xbox xCloud, that has new titles also that they're is coming.
And what's cool is that I've been hearing a lot of good things about xCloud, like a lot of the beta testers in the wild on Twitter. I've been seeing a few things about it, and it's been pretty positive stuff. Obviously, they must have pretty good internet or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's been pretty positive. So. Yeah,
and also like the interview that Phil gave, in XO19 about. This is just an added thing that you can go do, if you're on the go and you want to continue playing and so on and so forth. Excuse me. It's not something that they're totally like, this is our only gaming platform.
Right.
This is the way we're going to, deliver titles to you.
Like Stadia. Exactly. Stadia drama. Yeah. Anyway.
That's on the regular show too, because they're having a bunch of drama with their whole launch lineup and what's going on with theirs. It's a fiasco.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, Xbox is finishing the year pretty strong with this XO19 and just like telling you what's coming. And like you said, I mean, it's like putting a bow on the present that is the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. I think they really did a good job getting ready to make way for the Scarlet. So. Oh
yeah, exactly. Were you kind of upset that they didn't bring it up or talk about it or even tell you what's under the hood like they did with the Xbox One X?
No, because I think they're waiting. I think what they're doing is kind of like a strategic thing, waiting to see what Sony's going to do. And they're in February when they're supposed to do whatever they're supposed to do. So I think they're just waiting to see and then be like, kabam, like come over the top, Superman punch and try to, see if they can do something. So I think they're waiting. I think everyone's waiting. It's November, I think everyone's waiting. What about you?
To me, I'm pretty sure they're going to have some event before E3 just to, give people an idea of what, the console will be like and, what titles are coming out. Because again, every, new developer they have is pretty much working on launch titles for this system, I'm pretty sure. So will they, sit around and wait until E3? I don't think so. I don't think so either. Yeah, I think they'll do something, especially after they see what Sony does, because that's the thing. Because that data is pretty much locked in stone about what they're going to do. I know Phil did say in an interview with Eurogamer that dev kits are out and wild and all that good stuff, and that whole thing with the PlayStation 5 having that job thing in Frisco.
Oh, the fastest. Yeah.
They kind of took that down. So I don't know where they are with that and what's going on, but I know Phil is not playing no games when it comes to whatever this new console Scarlett is going to be. And he also talked about Lockhart again without saying, the interviewer asked him, is that something that's going to happen? He's all like, we're only talking about Scarlett. We're not talking about that yet. He didn't deny it. Never have they denied it, was out there or being worked on. And that's still a possibility, of, a smaller version of an Xbox One X powered unit sitting alongside this.
And that's what I was going to say. Yeah, they're probably going to talk once they talk about the Scarlett and go over everything. And then they're going to be like, also, we're going to do this new Xbox One X, that's $199 or whatever the case may be, that's all. No, that's discless and so on and so forth. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, also there's a little game called Crossfire X, and that's going to be interesting. It's like a Call of Duty type clone, a Counter-Strike. It's going to be totally free. It's going to be going up against Call of Duty basically, and Ubisoft's title. What is it called? Yeah.
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon. Yeah.
Ghost Recon's kind of like a hot turd right now, so I don't think.
Well, I mean, they're talking about fixing that, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully they do. I'm pretty sure they will. I mean, they've fixed all their titles in the past, so pretty sure they will. So yeah, the Crossfire X though, I mean, I would definitely give it a shot, especially considering it's free. Yeah. You can't be mad at that.
No, for sure, definitely. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back.
Thanks for listening to Ether Gamer Radio. We'll be right back.
All right. So for the most part, when it comes to XO, what Microsoft was doing was basically closing out a generation. They were giving you the best of what they have for their wares. They were putting it all on the line with Game Pass Ultimate to give you, pretty much everything you want. You can play it on the PC. You can play it on the Xbox. You get free first-party developer titles from them. I think that's all amazing, period. And, what do you think, Soul?
Also, too, I think we forgot to add this earlier when we were talking about it, but if you do sign up for the Game Pass Ultimate for the $1 for 3 months, you also get, 1 month of EA
access,
and then 6 months of Spotify Premium, and then 3 months of what? What's this other thing?
Discord Nitro. It's it's their premium version of Discord, basically.
Oh, okay. So you do get those things too. And I mean, with EA, you get to play Madden 20. I think they got the Need for Speed up there. There's some other games up there as well that are worth playing. I mean, you know, for damn near free or for $1, you know.
Yeah,
can't beat
for
that.
sure.
So
exactly, and it will turn your you know, your gold into Game Pass. So if you know, the trick I did, you know, a while back to where, you know, I already had Game Pass for a year, bought the $1 for 3 months. It actually turns your Game Pass into basically a year and a half with Ultimate Pass. So I think you guys need to take that, you know, and run with it.
Most definitely. And you get 6 months of Spotify Premium. You can go listen to the latest and greatest, the hottest Soulacoustic, aka CJ music that comes out.
Yep. You can also listen to Ether Gaming Radio, you know, through your game system from Spotify. That's
it. So it's a pretty good deal. I mean, they're just laying it out all on the table, and they're like, "Yo, we're Microsoft, and we're here." And I think the thing that's dope is the message. Is like whatever you want to do, it's there for you to do, right? Like if you want to try new games and, you know, not really commit to buying a game all the time, boom, you got Game Pass. You know, you can be patient, you can wait, so on and so forth. Like they're giving people many different options and many different opportunities to join into like Game Pass and so on and so forth. So I think it's dope.
Definitely. I think you guys should definitely take them up on their offer. They're the best subscription service around. They're the best actual, you know, hey, get the game, try it out, you know, for months on end. Now, you know, some of these games will come off of their pass for sure, you know, as time goes. So make sure you download it, make sure you play it if it's something that you really, you know, want to try or, you know, you may want to purchase because it doesn't stay on forever. A lot of games do, but some don't. So there's a rotating portion to this whole, you know, pass. So make sure you check that out.
Yeah. With that being said, that's XO19. You know, we're basically making way for the new generation, which we are all super excited for and can't wait. But Priest, I think there's something before we go. We got to backtrack. We got to backtrack a little bit. We made some comments about a game, you know.
Okay.
We got a little excited. We saw what we saw, and you know, we were like, you know, it just doesn't sit right. It's a little weird, you know.
Hey, hang on. Let me go ahead and hit you guys with this, just to give you a clue what's about to happen. We thought we weren't going to have what you've been playing, you know?
Nope. But we do owe Respawn an apology. Jedi Fallen Order.
Shots fired.
It's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good game.
It's a hell of a good game. Now, again, we were hyped about this game. Go back and listen. When we did see the actual first time trailer and was a semi playthrough, I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes or so.
It was like, yeah, I think a 10-minute playthrough or something.
The Ewok fur was cringeworthy.
The Wookiee.
The Wookiee Ewok. Well, I think there's Ewoks in it too.
I don't think so. I don't know, but
okay.
The Wookiees, what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about the Wookiees that, you know, in Forrest Whitaker.
It's still, all of that's still cringeworthy though, by the way. But
anyway. It looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
I got to give them that. But man, the game is fantastic.
It's a good game.
Play mechanics, the control, the visuals, everything about it. You know, there are a couple, you know, I want to say it's not perfect. Nothing's not perfect these days. But it's so funny when I'm playing it. There are these small hiccups when you're running and doing certain things. But it's so funny because I know a lot of this is just wait until the Xbox 2 or the PlayStation 5.
Scarlet,
you're not going to have any type of hiccups and load screens and
oh my god, that's the one thing about this game. The load screens are atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
So here's my story. I started playing it on hard because I always do that.
I went back to Jedi myself. I want to enjoy the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on, let me get there. Let me get there. So I started playing it on. I think it's a Jedi Master. There's ranks. There's Jedi.
That's what I was on, Jedi Master. Also.
There's Jedi. There's Jedi Knight, which I think is what you're talking about. The normal, basically Jedi Knight's normal, and then there's Jedi Master, and then there's Jedi Grandmaster.
Yes.
I looked at Grandmaster and I said, no, not for me. Right. I looked at Jedi Master. I said, you know what? Hey, I've just been playing Neo. I think that's how you pronounce it on the PlayStation or Neo, whatever. So I'm like, you know, my hack and slash skills are ready. You know, I've got my dodge skills down. Let's do this. I got on Grandmaster and I was repeatedly getting whooped by like the first lizard thing that they have in the game. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm literally racking. I swear, I kid you not, guys. I spent 2 hours fighting this thing and still didn't beat it because I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, but before you leave that part, I had that same problem. Probably around 5-7 times. Beat him on the 8th and 9th time, and then got killed by something that was insignificant, and I had to fight him again. I was pissed. I was pissed.
You know what the lizard I'm talking about then.
Oh yeah,
the big lizard. Yeah. He was chomping and doing all this crazy, and it's like what's dope is like it's realistic in a sense, right? Like you'd think like, okay, that big old thing's not gonna move that fast, and then boom, it does. You know, it's like. It's like, and like the way Cal moves in the game, it's very realistic. Like it takes him time to swing. He's not just gonna bam swing. You know, it takes him time to dodge. It takes him time to do all this stuff. And so anyway, after getting my cakes handed to me for about 2 hours, I was like, all right, I guess I'll just scoot on down to Jedi Knight. And I was like, you know, I felt bad. I was like, man, this sucks. You know, like I can't believe. Like I was like, I must be losing my touch. You know, I'm getting older. Maybe my reflexes aren't fast enough for some. I go in there and fight the lizard, and I still died.
Are you serious?
Like,
what the hell?
But I ended up getting them later.
Use your force powers, man.
But no, honestly, what it was is just the timing's so different in the game, and I think my problem is I was playing that Neo game. Like I'm pretty sure I'm like halfway through that Neo game. Like I was enjoying the heck out of it. So like my reflexes are like attuned to that game, or they were anyway. So it was like I was like, why isn't this working? You know, like because you know how that goes, especially when it's a similar game too, but the characters don't move quite the same. So yeah. But the game's phenomenal. It's a good game. It has everything that I want in a game, as far as collectibles and different stuff and so on and so forth. Unlike Outer Worlds, but anyway, it's got a whole bunch of things you can collect, stuff you can look at, logs you can look at, and it's like you're playing a Star Wars movie basically.
Oh yeah, I like how you can design your lightsaber. Has a bunch of different features for designing lightsabers, from the color to the hilt guard to the dual. Are you dual wielding? Because I'm dual wielding, baby.
See, I don't. I switch. It depends. Depends.
Oh yeah,
on what
it depends. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I got the dual wield blades. And I like I don't know. I think this is one of the first like Star Wars games where you can change like the whole like material of your hilt. Yeah. Like you can change it to like a copper or whatever. And that, to me, that's pretty dope.
Change the models.
Yeah, the Buddy BD1 or BD whatever.
Yeah, BD1.
He's dope, super dope. The game's dope. It's a good game.
Yeah. And also, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, when you're fighting, be careful when you pop the crack vial to heal yourself, because you will die when you crack. Yeah, I call it a crack vial. Because I was pissed initially, because I was like, man, he actually has to really, grab, it comes from BD1, he'll grab it, then he'll use it, and that takes all motion and time. So it's not like you can just, be getting your cakes beat and be like, you know what, I'm gonna pop this real quick while I'm getting hit. No, you actually have to be out of the fight and you know,
it's pretty much
to
akin
utilize that.
to it's pretty much akin to Neo and Dark Souls. Like in Neo, it's the same way.
Okay.
When you pop an elixir, like he has to stand back, pull the drink out of his pocket, drink it, and then put it back in his pocket.
Oh,
So
snap.
it's So I was already used to that, like, you know, moving out of the way, you know, when I needed to heal and stuff. But it's like the IGN reviewer put it best, I think, as far as the combat goes.
Yeah.
And it's like a light Dark Souls, like, so it's like Dark Souls, but it's a light version, you know, to where you're not it's not as intricate as far as the combat goes, as far as the combos and whatnot you could do, but as far as the timing, as far as the dodging, parrying, all that, very, very Dark Soul-esque. So
yeah, you know, it's so funny with this game. I even thought about putting it on story mode, because whichever one that
the
is,
very first one,
yeah, because I want to enjoy the story and the exploration, opposed to, you know, and looking like a badass in the process, and not, you know, having, you know, some cheap things, because some cheap things happen to where you get on a wall and you cannot get out of the wall. I mean, period. It like clips the side of it, and it will not let you out regardless of what you're trying to do. So that aspect or whatever, you know, is there still, you know, with, you know, most games, you know, period, this style of, the, you know, the semi-open environment when you're fighting, especially when you're trying to target, a particular person, you know.
Yeah. But the one thing though, the skills, what's nice is the skills get better to where they kind of help you eliminate a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
That happens to you in the beginning. So if you're playing the game, if you're like, man, Priest and Soul said go play it, so I'm gonna go get it, and you pick it up, and then you're immediately frustrated because of the combat and like the cheap things that happen, just keep playing it. I promise it gets better. The skills and stuff do some cool stuff that allows you to kind of stay away from some of those cheap things.
Yeah, exactly. And also, this is not the type of game that you put on the hardest setting and you're like, oh, I'm going to play it one time. No,
at least not,
because this is a pure single player. You'll have this game forever, and in a single player status. Hopefully there will be DLC coming down the line, but you will want to go back through it, and hopefully you can go back through it, whatever, with, you know, all your force powers and, you know, better lightsaber and so on and so forth. So that way, when you do put it on Grand, you know, Jedi Master and all that stuff, you're able to, you know, because the smallest things can kill you that will piss you off. You're like, how's this little thing?
And then you get to wait through the glorious loading screen.
Oh,
that is the longest loading screen I've ever really encountered in my life. Yeah. And then like at first it was kind of pissing me off, because it's like, I'm waiting this long, right? The loading screen's waiting, and then there's still pop-in. It's like, how's there still pop-in after we just loaded for 15 minutes? It doesn't make sense to me, you know. But I got over it.
And also it's not consistent, meaning the times may vary. You know, 1 minute it loads hella fast, or not even fast, because it never loads fast. It loads quicker than the longest time. And then it'll take forever. You know, you can go get a sandwich and come back, whatever, and it'll just have, you know, came on. But
I mean, it literally varies from 2 to 5 minutes, no exaggeration. I've had it last about 5 minutes sitting there. So.
And again, hopefully that gets more optimized as patches come out. But a lot of these games, man, I'm looking at them in the way of, I can't wait until I play it on the next system. Meaning, because I know a lot of these things are going to be fixed. You know, whether it's due to the pop-in, the load times, all that stuff, you know.
I mean, just the hardware alone is going to fix a lot of this stuff. Like, as far as the solid state drives on these new systems, you know, that's going to cut loading times in half of what they are. Just that alone, you know. So
yep,
it'll be cool.
Exactly. So yeah, it's you know, it's a purchase. Jedi Fallen Order. I know Thiege is happy about it because he was.
Yeah, we owe Thiege an apology for sure.
Well, again, I you know, personally, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to get it off of what I saw. But when this was first announced, we were pushing like crazy because, again, we're Star Wars, you know, mega fans, and we just didn't want it done wrong. And again, it's just all about having faith in Respawn, not really EA. EA is EA. You know, they do what
the Dark Lord.
They do what they do. But that'll never change. But even though, you know, here's another little thing I'll go ahead and say is supposedly Anthem is getting redone.
Oh my God! Just let it die. Just let it be gone.
You gotta say something to it. I don't know. BioWare, can they make a comeback with Anthem? It's called Anthem Now or Anthem Next or something. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with it.
Anthem, we're trying. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Well, it's better than just shutting it down because, again, I know you got your monies out of it. Traded it back in. I still have it. I know Brooke still has it. So, and again, it might even go free to play. So
it's going to go Game Pass for sure.
Oh, yeah. I can see that for sure. Mm-hmm. They need the cash.
But going back to just Star Wars, one more thing I'm hoping for. I'm hoping they let Respawn do another game. And I hope that...
you mean another Star Wars game?
Mm-hmm. And I hope, along the same lines, like, like the Fallen Order.
Yeah, but I hope they get away from
out next. Oh yeah. I'm talking about down the road, future wise. I hope they do it outside of like the galaxy that we know already, right? Like outside of the movies trilogy time, like either afterwards, like The Mandalorian is, or before like Old Republic is, like all that stuff. So I think yeah.
Hey man, they can get some Dark Plagueis on there, just
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah,
I want a dark Star Wars.
I don't think Disney ain't gonna let that happen though.
I don't think Disney's about that life right now, baby. Mandalorian's off the hook, and they're
although the second episode left a lot to be desired.
I have not seen the second episode yet.
Yeah,
but no, they're letting free reign to where it's they're gonna do what they're gonna do. If they want it to where it's adult type, darkness, or if they kids, lightheartedness, it's all there for everybody. So I do like that aspect of what Disney's doing.
Well, they wouldn't let me cut a stormtrooper in half, and they have moves that cut stormtroopers in half. It's so frustrating.
Yeah,
when I get the purge trooper and I slice him in half. He should be sliced in half. They could do it the same way. I don't got to show blood. It could just be dark. But anyway, whatever.
No limbs. He so wants to cut off the limbs of stormtroopers.
Yeah, and I hope the next Star Wars game that's like this, it lets you have like a choice. You'll be light side or dark side, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that will come because that's like the other Star Wars game.
Knights of the Old Republic.
No. The one you played. The one that was on Game Pass and got taken out.
Force Awakens, not Force Awakens.
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. But they didn't let you choose. It just kind of went along. But anyway.
Yeah, he was a little dark though. He was a little dark, especially for the time period. He was a little dark.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, that's the show for the most part. XO19 was cool because again, it didn't show all the no new stuff, new games for sure. And they had that, the weird, look to them. I mean, they were like, anime style of graphics.
Very like indie look, which I mean, hey, to each his own.
No, for sure. And that was cool. I mean, different. For sure, look like.
And what I think the biggest, another like going back to the messaging of Xbox and what they're doing. A lot of these games are free. You'll be able to play them for free.
That's true.
And if you pay $1 for Game Pass, you'll be able to play them for $1.
Exactly. And people are like, how are they making their money off of Gears? Nope, Gears sold really well. Even though it's free on on Game Pass. So, but people still bought it because again, these games aren't going to be there forever. If you like it, and if you think you want to keep playing it, you either play it in its time, and if it gets taken off, you wait for it to come back, or you already played it, or you go buy it at a discount.
Listen, the new Halo, I'm sure is going to be on Game Pass, but you can bet your last dollar I'm going to be buying it, a copy of it. So
Yep. I'm not just leaving that to its own device as far as being stuck to the data. I want a hard copy.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, I mean, it's just the people who bought it, maybe they're mega fans or whatever the case may be. But hey, I like the direction it's going in. I'm hoping Sony does something like that. I doubt it though, because Sony's all about that green, that
Sony
that cream, son.
Yeah, they feel that their games like God of War, Spider-Man, those are premium titles that deserve a $65 price tag.
Those games are premium titles, though.
I know. I'm just telling you what the new president of Sony's talking about. With their freaking, change ups.
For instance, you know me, I'm the GameStop king. I'll be like, hey, take this back, and I still have God of War and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
So,
I'm not giving those up.
Yeah, those are classics.
Those will be played on the PlayStation 5 in all of its glory.
For surely. I can't wait.
All right. Well, that was a short show, short and sweet. XO19, a little bit about Jedi Fallen. Actually, Jedi Fallen, great game. Meaning, pick it up. Great. It's getting real good reviews.
All right, Skip Bayless.
It's getting real good reviews. I mean,
it's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah.
It's got another thing. It's got everything. Like all the things that we were worried about, it actually has it. Like planetary travel, going back to planets, using your powers, that kind of thing. It's a good game.
Oh yeah,
Thiege was right. So.
Yep, there you go, Thiege. You were right. You heard it here.
This time.
Dang. Got him. Yeah. All right. Well, this is Xpriest.
And this is Soulacoustic.
We're out.
Peace.
Thanks for listening. For more information on the show, go to our website, ethergamerradio.com. You can always catch us on our Facebook fan page. You can hit us up on Twitter or our hosting site, Podbean. Hit us up on iTunes and drop us a review. It helps get the word out to other gamers, so spread the love. As always, we would love to hear from you. Hit us up on Ether Gamer Radio hotline 916-877-5745. Until next time, stay gaming. Ether Gamer Radio.